Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Julian from the 70s channel, T-Rex and Bowie. How you doing? I hope you're doing okay today. We got a chart from 1979. Now, what was you doing in 1979? 79 is a really good year. There was so much going on in 79. A mixture of disco, punk, rock. Oh, it was all happening in the charts. The decade was ending in great style, the decade of the 70s in 79. There's some real crackers in the charts in 79, really is. Take a look yourself. I was doing quite well in 79. I was 17 years of age. I was working in a factory, and it was bottling up, washing up liquid and detergent, bleach, disinfectant, and there was some lovely girls in that factory. Oh yeah. And I met a girl in the factory, and we dated for 4 years. It was fantastic. A great time, 79. Let's get to the charts. Enough of me. Laugh out loud. So what do you think was in the charts? I'll tell you what was at number 4 in the charts. The Sex Pistols are going to be the first ones at number 4. And they were in their Eddie Cochran mode. With this one, Something Else.
Look at there, here she comes. Here comes that girl again. One of the cutest since I don't know when. But she don't notice me when I pass. She goes with all the guys from out of my class. But that can't stop me from thinking to myself, she's sure fine looking, man. She's someone else. Look at there, across the street. There's a car built just for me. To own a car would be a luxury. But right now I can't afford the gas. A brand new convertible is out of my class. But that can't stop me from thinking to myself, that car's fine looking, man. It's someone else. Hey, look at that. Just wait and see. Worked hard and saved my dough. I buy the car and then I roll up a show. Give me the girl and we go round and round. We look real sharp with a white top down. I keep her on a dreamy line. I'm thinking to myself, when it all comes true, man, wow, that's someone else. Hey, look at that. What's all this? Never thought I'd do this before, but here I am, I'm knocking on her door. My car's out front, and it's all mine. It's a 41 job, not a 59. I got that girl, and I'm thinking to myself, she's sure fine looking, man. Wow, she's something else.
Okay, this is the top 4 chart from 1979. And Sister Sledge are in the charts at number 3. This was a song written by Chic, Nile Rodgers, but Chic didn't want it, so they gave it to Sister Sledge. He's the greatest dancer.
One night in a disco on the outskirts of Frisco, I was cruising with my favorite gang. The place was so boring, filled with out-of-towners touring. I knew that it wasn't my thing. I really wasn't caring, but I felt my eyes staring at a guy who stuck out in the crowd. He had the kind of body that would shame Adonis, and a face that would make any man proud. greatest dancer. Oh, wow. The champion of dance, his moves will put you in a trance, and he never leaves the disco alone. Arrogance but not conceit, as a man he's complete. My creme de la creme, please take me home. He wears the finest clothes, the best designers, heaven knows. Ooh, from his head down to his toes. Halston, Gucci, Fiorucci, he looks like a steal. That man is dressed to kill. Oh, what, wow. He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what, wow. I've ever seen. He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what, wow. I've ever seen.
Okay, we're up to number 2 and we got Squeeze in the charts. They're going to tell us about a social scene that we've all been through.
The score is with the corporal, she is tied against a tree. She doesn't mind the language, it's the beating she don't need. She lets loose all the horses when the corporal is asleep, and he wakes to find the fires dead and arrows in his axe. And Davy Crockett rides around and says it's cool for cats, it's cool for cats. The Sweeney's doing 90 cause they've got the work to go. They get a gang of villains in a shed up at Heathrow. They're counting out the fivers when the handcuffs lock again. In and out at Wandsworth with the numbers on their names. It's funny how the missus always looks a bleeding sane. And meanwhile at the station there's a couple of likely lads who swear like how's your father, and they're very cool for cats, they're cool for cats. To change the mood a little, I've been posing down the pub. I'm seeing my reflection, I'm looking slightly rough. I fancy this, I fancy that, I wanna be so flash. I'll give a little muscle and I'll spend a little cash, but all I get is bitter and a nasty little rash. And by the time I'm sober I've forgotten what I've had, and everybody tells me that it's cool to be a cat, cool for cats. Disco when I think I've got a pull. I ask her lots of questions as she hangs onto the wall. I kiss her for the first time and then I take her home. I'm invited in for coffee and I give the dog a bone. She likes to go to discos but she's never on her own. I said I'll see you later and I'll give her some old chat, but it's not like they on the TV. When it's cool for cats, it's cool for cats.
We've reached the number 1 song, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we had the Sex Pistols at number 4, Sister Sledge at 3, and Cool for Cats at 2. Chic at number 1. And they wrote this song, but they weren't going to give this one away. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll leave you with Chic at number 1.
Do you feel like you ever want to try my love and see how well it fits? Baby, can't you see when you look at me? I can't kick this feeling when it hits. All alone in my bed at night, I grab my pillow and squeeze it tight. I think of you and I dream of you all of the time. What am I gonna do? I want your love. 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 Sometimes don't you feel like you never really had a love that's real? Well, here I am, and who's to say a better love you won't find today?